We continue our coverage of the deadly collision over the Potomac that killed 67 people, including 14 members of the U.S. figure skating community. The athletes and coaches were returning home from a prestigious national development camp in Wichita. Among those on board, teenage skaters Gina Hahn and Spencer Lane, and their mothers, Jin Hahn and Christine Lane, plus their coaches, Olympic figure skating pair Genya Shishkova and Vadim Nomov. American figure skater Brian Boitano was friends with those coaches. He, of course, earned a gold medal in the 1988 Winter Olympics and was also in Wichita for the U.S. Championships. Only on CBS Mornings, Brian Boitano joins us from San Francisco. Brian, good morning. I'm so sorry we're talking under these conditions, and I'm so sorry for your loss and the loss for the whole skating community. How are you today?
I'm doing well. It's been a surreal 2 days. And, our figure skating community is really connected. We're a small community, but we're very close knit. So when something happens to one of us, we all feel it and we all try to gather around for support.
So, Brian, you were in Wichita and you were also friends with Genya and Vadim. Tell us about them and their legacy and what kind of loss this is.
Yeah, I've been friends with Genya and Vadim for many years. They were the '94 World Pairs Champion, and we did a lot of TV shows together, skated in professional shows all the time. And they were just an incredible, not only great skaters and great representatives of the sport, they were incredible people, just kind and caring. And they were, they had gone into coaching and they were busy creating the next generation of champions for America.
Brian, we understand that you've been reaching out to members of the community. What have you heard from people? We understand that you were planning to reach out to Nancy Kerrigan after her emotional comments in Boston that she made yesterday. What have you heard?
Well, what's interesting, too, is that on Sunday, I actually gave Maxime, who was Genya and Vadim's son, his award. He was one of the people who placed in the senior men's division. And so I was there giving him his award. So I've really been, worried. And I reached out to Doug Zegheib with Skating Club of Boston in regards to him, thinking that he's probably going through a horrific time. And I wanted him to know that if there's anything that I can do, that I would be there. But our community, like you said, we're all in this together. We actually have a text chain of all the Olympic gold medalists from American figure skating. There's 13 of us. And we have all been on the text chain all day yesterday, like talking about what we can do to help everybody, how we can, sort of lead the way in, in doing our part to help people with the loss and the mourning process.
Brian, it's Vlad. This hits on so many levels, not only as a father, but as a fan of figure skating. And what I keep thinking about is in listening to their peers who are now learning the news of their friends, their colleagues, their teammates who've died on this flight is there are children who are on the cusp of greatness. In other words, young children become gold medalists in this sport. And that's what I keep thinking about, how young these figure skaters were, how close they were to achieving greatness, and what it means for their friends and their teammates left behind. So how are you talking to young figure skaters about what happened?
Vlad, that's a really good question, because just so you understand a little bit, when these young skaters were chosen to do this training camp, it's really a benchmark. It really means that you have hit a level in figure skating where people are considering that you're one of the best for your age category in our nation. So their future is bright. They're feeling great. When they have, friends like this who have, excuse me, who have, passed on and, they know them from the plane crash, it really affects them in a way. And this isn't the first plane crash that we've had. In 1961, we lost our entire world team on the way to the World Championships. And so we have dealt with this type of tragedy in U.S. figure skating before, and we've built up. And the only thing that I can think is that these young kids who were on the plane and the young kids that were skating with them in Wichita, it will inspire them for a lifetime, and hopefully I know that they'll remember this forever.
Brian, Nate here. You mentioned Genya and Vadim, their accomplishments on the ice, and we will continue to highlight that. But more than just that, I want you to briefly talk about their personalities and who they were to you outside of the sport.
They were just, everybody liked them. They were just the greatest people. I mean, I saw them coaching, and I saw their relationship with their son, and I always thought to myself, if I had, a coach in them, it would be a fantastic experience. They are the type of people that I want supporting me at the rail when I was out on the ice. So just incredibly kind, caring, nice people. It is a huge loss for our skating community, not only just their coaching, but them as people.
Yeah, Brian Boitano, thank you very much for your perspective. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.